Hey learner, at present, like other countries, India has witnessed economic development, and the biggest example of this judging India in terms of digital or electronic or computerized. That is, we call it Digital India. The biggest notable thing in this digital market is digital cash or digital money, which we can also call digital currency too. Actually, digital money is a currency that exists purely in digital form. It is not a tangible asset like cash or other commodities like gold or oil or silver. Digital money can include cryptocurrencies, but it is not limited to them. Most of the digital money owned in the world is owned by a banking institution. More elaborately, it is a system of purchasing cash credits in relatively small amounts, storing the credits in your computer, and then spending them when making electronic purchases over the internet. Some example of digital money is e-coins, e-wallets, transfer money, Bitcoin, etc. According to Bill Gates, the future of money is digital currency. Let's check the history of DigiCash. In 1983, a research paper by David Sherman introduced the idea of digital cash. In 1990, he founded DigiCash, an electronic cash company in Amsterdam, though it failed for bankruptcy in 1998. Then we say that a digital gold currency operated by Gold and Silver Reserve Incorporation called eGold was the first widely used the internet money introduced in 1996. Users of the eGold mailing list used the term digital currency to describe peer-to-peer payments in various instruments. So, how does the DigiCash work? When digital currency are mined on their blockchains or transferred between users, they must be stored until their new owner is ready to use them. That's where the digital currency wallets come into play. When you send or receive digital currency, that address is ordered on a public ledger for your transaction. Let us quick look at this picture. Here it is said step by step that how first generation DigiCash work. At first we see that establish account at bank, then download digital wallet with a private and a public keys, send request for e-coins, and then send e-cash coins. And similarly, for in case of the consumers, spend e-cash to the merchant, and the merchant goes to the bank, credits merchant's account at a bank. Similarly, for case of the merchant transfer e-cash coins back to the bank. So, digital currency is rapidly gaining popularity at the expense of paper currency. In order for it to truly become a rival, though, digital currency needs several features. Our first feature is decentralization. Decisions about the fate of the crypt are the most often made by community members. In second, non-attachment of funds to any account so that they cannot be destroyed or blocked your accounts. Intolerance to devaluation or inflation. The number of units is determined and announced in advance by the developers, which eliminates their depreciation and promises growth in the long term. And our third feature of the DigiCash is reliable code. Obviously, it's reliable for the protection with a constantly improving encryption method. And fourth, there is no need to provide your personal data at its regular bank. This is because it's a very reliable operation. And final feature is no third-party interaction. Transactions are made between counterparties directly without the presence of a third party and according mediation fees. India has always been extremely comfortable with the traditional method of making payment, means liquid cash. Nevertheless, it is imperative to understand how digitization with regard to making payments, such as a digital cash, allow buyers to pay directly from their banks. Digital payments allow merchants to sell to other countries and customers to pay in foreign countries, tracks and maintains the digital record of every transaction. No fear of losing cash or getting fake currency. Merchants can collect payments remotely. And final, the digital money offer cashbacks or reward points. These all are benefits of digital money. Now, let's check certain disadvantages too. And our first disadvantage is consumptive. Like it make us want to buy lots of things, and then we realize that our balance almost run out. And our second, digital money can change hands easily. Everyone can use it. When your card is lost, the people who find your card can directly use it. That is, the consequences behind its conveyance reach incrementally. All you have to do as the owner is keep it very well. The third disadvantage is the left balance can turn into cash. When you want to pay for something cash, or you are top up your balance too much, the balance that has been transferred cannot be cashed or turned into cash. Transaction using DigiCash is a very easy. But in case of the left balance are very useless, because your electronic money card is lost or damaged, you cannot report it to the bank concerned and remaining the balance can be cashed. The fourth, not traceable. Obviously, the digital cash uses the internet, which makes traceability difficult. Hence, the system provides anonymity always, and this can be this has a very good thing, also a bad thing too. The final, since the cash is digital, it is likely that also the unique risk. The unique risk is hackers might break into the system. They may generate more coins even though they have not paid anything to earn that cash. When excessive coins are generated, the value of the other coins in the system is reduced. Therefore, the risk affects both the users as well as the banks equally. And this is a very, very important and the most important disadvantage of the DigiCash also. To sum it up, I must say that digital cash is a relatively new system. However, it promises a lot of convenience and safety, and hence is being adopted rapidly. And I must conclude here. And if you like my video, please like and share this video and press the bell icon for further notification. And now, thank you so much.